going on, guys, and welcome back to another MotoVlog. Now, today I'm going to be talking about the top 5 things that I fucking hate about my Aprilia. Well, I don't fucking hate, but the things that annoy me and that I don't like about my Aprilia RS4 125. So yeah, the first thing is definitely the fact that I have no mirrors on my bike. I have no mirrors on my bike currently, and that's because the mirrors on this bike were fucking shocking. Like, I realised that the second I got on this bike and I tried setting up the mirrors. The first time I got on this bike, literally as soon as I sat on it, I was like, yeah, these are going to be a problem. They stick out really fucking wide. They're the weirdest shaped mirrors, and I don't know whether this is just like because of my body, my shape of body. I'm quite a large guy. I know it probably doesn't look like it on camera, but I'm 6'2", and I was born with quite like a wide back. I've got a wide back and shoulders and shit. So using mirrors like that, I can't use them because all I can see is my shoulders, and no matter how I move them about, all I could ever see was either my shoulders or my elbows. I just could not get the right angle. Maybe it's the way that I sit, or the size, or maybe it is the mirrors, but I just could not use them for shit, literally. There was no way in hell, so I just took them off. They were no use to me whatsoever. It's not a legal requirement that you have mirrors in this country, so I was like, you know what, fuck it, they're coming straight off. And another thing that really pissed me off about the mirrors is they came loose really easily. They would come loose really, really easily, and it was so annoying to have to retighten them every couple times you go out on your bike, because they just turn floppy as hell, and then any bump just bounces them about, and then you're either looking at the sky or directly at the floor. It was so annoying having to retighten them. I know it's only like a spanner on one side just to tighten them up, but oh god, it was a pain in the fucking ass to do every day. I don't know whether it was just mine got worn down, but regardless of that, they were so annoying. So annoying. Now the next thing on my list of top 5 things that I dislike about my Aprilia is there's no fuel gauge. There's a fuel light that tells you when you're running pretty low on fuel, but there's no actual gauge that tells you like, oh, you're like, this is how low you are, it looks like half, you're 2 bars out of 4 bars full, well, that kind of shit. Like my mate Leo, he's got a YZF, and that shit tells you like pretty accurately how low you are, so you can gauge whether you should fill up before you go out or what, because you never know. You might think, oh, the fuel light hasn't come on, go past the last gas station for like 50 miles, and then you look down and it instantly turns on. It's kind of just a pain in the ass. There is a little light that tells you when you're roughly running low, but still, it's fucking annoying not having a proper fuel gauge that tells you exactly how low you are. It just tells you roughly how low you are. Alright, the next thing I've got written down on my list, right, is the battery dies really quickly. I'm not sure what it is, whether it's this bike or whether it's a shitty battery, even though I'm pretty sure I bought a fairly decent battery for this bike. It just seems to die if you leave the bike for like a couple weeks. I know maybe that's just how bikes go, but I don't think it should be that soon where it kind of just dies, like completely dies, needs to be recharged. It really doesn't give you very much time at all to recharge it. As in, if you leave the bike for like a week without riding it, the battery will be dead when you come back to it for sure. It's really strange, but I have actually fitted mine with a trickle charger kind of thing. It's a little system, it's plugged directly into the battery, and it has this little it's a couple wires that goes to this little socket, and I leave it so the socket's under my seat, so I take it into my house, well, not into my house, but I take it back to the house, and I kind of take the seat off, and I just leave it directly plugged into this charger, and it's specially made so it doesn't fuck your battery. It is made very properly. It's quite an expensive one as well, so it just properly keeps your bike charged without fucking the battery. That guy was fucking... Yeah, the next thing on my list, number 4 on my list, is the insurance on this bike. I'm not sure what it is about this bike in particular, the insurance is just super expensive for what it is. I know I'm a young rider in that, but with all the same brands, I checked all the other kind of competing 125s, the YZF, the CBR, the like you've got the CBR, you've got the KTM, you've got the YZF, you've got the, oh god, you've got the GSXR, you've got the Kawasaki and all that jazz. But for some reason, this bike just seems to be particularly expensive. I'm not sure what it is, whether it's just the bike itself, because apparently they're stolen quite a lot and stripped down for parts. It's a very common bike to be stolen because it's quite an expensive bike. But yeah, I don't know what it is. The insurance was just stupid expensive. Like originally, it was going to cost me £2,000 to insure this for 1 year. And I was like, you fucking kidding me? And bearing in mind, I'd already have no claims for like a year, which doesn't count, but I've had my license for over a year at that point. I'd been on the road, I put thousands of miles down on the road, and just none of it made a difference at all. It was so expensive. I ended up getting a special offer on it, where it only cost $1,200, but yeah, it was still a fucking ridiculous price just to insure this little bike. But I still saved up and got it, because obviously this is a bike that I wanted. But I just thought it was fucking ludicrous how expensive it was. Really expensive. Right, next thing on my list that I don't like about this bike is in my bag. I brought it with me so I can show you this thing. I'll see if I can take the back off so I can show you what it's actually like. I have currently got a tail tidy on. Not tail tidy, a rear seat cowl, which is this thing here, which just makes the back look a lot cleaner. Usually it would have this hunk of fuck on it that's a pain in the ass to fucking get in. It would have this thing on it, which is, I would not trust to sit on that. It's fucking horrible, hard, horrible plastic. Well, not, it's made out of like leather, I think. Feels like it, but it's hard as fuck. It's horrible to sit on, and it just looks ugly as hell. Really not nice. It's horrible to sit on. Oh, fuck. Yeah, anyway, that kind of concludes my list of the top five things I dislike about my bike. So basically it consisted of the mirrors being pretty shit, there's no fuel gauge on it, the battery dies pretty quickly, the insurance is expensive, and the rear seat is shite. But that kind of goes for all sports bikes, they're kind of all a bit shit. Most motorcycles have shit rear seats because you're not usually carrying two people, you're more often than not just by yourself. But yeah, I hope you guys agree with me, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. Don't let this put you off the Aprilia, believe me, it's an amazing, amazing bike. It's my favourite 125, it's the reason I went for it. In my opinion, the Aprilia, the RSs have got the most power, they're the fastest, they look the best, they run the best, and they just, everything about them is just my favourite compared to any other 125 there is. 100% my favourite 125s out there. That includes the 2-stroke and the 4-stroke, which I'm riding. The only reason I didn't go for the 2-stroke, it has got more power and it is faster, but that's when you de-restrict it and then it becomes illegal, which I don't really give a fuck about because I live in Mexico, obviously, where everything's legal. But yeah, the only reason I didn't go for the 2-stroke is, one, because the noise, personally, that's a turn off for me. It's too loud and annoying, in my opinion, and it pisses people off constantly when you're going around like everywhere you go. But that's a nice bike. But yeah, I didn't go for the 2-stroke because the noise is too annoying for me, and obviously it's a 2-stroke, so they die a lot and they're unreliable, and fuck is this guy doing? But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!